Hey guys, what's up and welcome. It's Matthew here, the developer from Finance. In this video, I am going to walk you through signing up on Finance and creating everything that you need for your business. Without wasting time, let's just get started. So you can come here to sign in. If you might want to follow along, please check the link in the description to www.finance.com. So let's get started. You can click sign up if you want, and then let's just sign up with Google. And from then you click your Gmail account. You can even sign up with your own different email. For me, I'm just gonna use my Gmail account. So as you can see, we are in. And then from then we need to set up our company. And then the company that I'm gonna use, let me use Philantro. Okay, as you can see, I have to select here the type. This is not an individual, this is a company. The industry, you can search here for any industry, for instance like graphic design, let's say, and this is me, the contact person. And the tagline, let's say best designers, as you can see. And then the company bio, let's just say we are the best designers in town. Okay, we're the best designers in town. We can put a URL here. Let's just copy this as it is. Okay, and here in terms of tag, you need to add 5 tags. Okay, so you can just click here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so tags enable other people to some sort of search for your company and find it. Okay, in the entire application, the application will have a marketplace feature, of which this will be useful for that. So for now, let's just say logo design. Let's say web design. Let's say graphic design. If people are searching these things, let's say we also print. Okay, print. And let's just say maybe we also do the signage, as you can see. And then we can click save. And then from then, if you have a URL to your logo, you can put it here. Okay, and then what else do we want? Currency, let's just go to South African Rand. And then the bank name, let's make it FNB. The account type, in South Africa, you have to specify the type of your bank account. Let's say this is a savings account. Let's say payment terms, we always want full payment. Payment for jobs less than, let's say 1,500. Okay, so if a job is less than 1,500, then we want the full payment. And the bank account number, suppose here, let's just put a bank account number. Okay, I think that's all. Let's just click save. Okay, the reason why this failed, I think there is an account already with this email. Okay, so let me just use this email instead. Okay, as you can see, the company has been added successfully, and this is our dashboard. So as you can see, since we are on the free tier, then we are going to see this banner once a day. Okay, this encourages us to get to like the pro feature or the enterprise feature. So let's close here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pause the video and I am going to get into my backend. I'm going to change this account to a pro feature. Okay, and that is it. And in case if you might want to get the 2 months access to this system, including like the pro feature, the paid version, and everything that comes with it, please check the link in the description. Now I am going to write pro feature and then attach the link. So when you click that link, you can add your company. In fact, you can add create an account, and then your account will have some sort of a free access for 2 months. Okay, so let me just pause the video. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, this is our dashboard here, but obviously, the dashboard without some transactions, it's not gonna be that useful. Okay, so let's get to part one. Part one, you can create a client here. Come here and click here, and just wait. Then we can create a client. Let's call the client Matthew, and this client is gonna be an individual, contact person, contact number. And for the email, let's just type here, or let's just leave this email so that we can test sending emails. Okay. Let's just give this client a name of John. As you can see, you can add a client from here. Okay, once we are done adding a client, you can come here to add an item, or you can look in this list and then look for create item. Okay, and then you can just click here. Okay, you will be taken to this create item from here. Just a moment. Okay, you'll be taken to this create an item, and then our item, its logo, we have to choose, is it a product? If it's a product, there is some sort of quantity. If it's a service, then there's no quantity. So this is a service. The item is active. Let's say the price is 550 and the description is logo design. Then let's edit. And then from there, we will want to create a code. You can come here to create a code and click create, or you can just click any of these, which is this create a code. Then you will be taken to the same screen. Now let's choose the client. Okay, we already got the client, which is John, and we want to choose an item. Okay, so this is some sort of a plain quotation. Okay, so there is also another feature here where you can add notes. Let's say this is a very interesting feature because when you create a quotation, there's always some sort of what can I say, some promises that you make to the client. If you don't write those promises down, sometimes the client comes and say that you said about this code, this is what you said. You said you're going to give me a discount if I accept the code. So you might as well just write those here. So let me just type here, this code is valid for today only. Okay, that is my some sort of agreement with the client, and then from then you can save. Let's create a quotation. Okay, as you can see, the quotation has been created successfully. We can come here and check quotations to check a list of quotations. Okay, as you can see, this is a list of quotation. There's a lot of things that we can do with a list of quotation, but before that, let's just go to create a code so that I can show you some shortcuts. Let's say we have jumped into create a code and we have not added a client, or we have not added an item yet. So we can just come here and click this shortcut to create a client. So this client is George, contact person. This is a company, and let's create. Okay, as you can see, the email already exists with this for this client. Okay, and then let's change the email. Okay, and then George has been added successfully. Let's choose George as a client. And then let's go to items, and then same with items, we can come here. Let's say web design, and then let's just type here 5-page website, and then the amount, let's say it's 15,000. The type, it's a service. Status is active, and we can create the item. So now that we are almost done with creating an item, we can choose the item here, the website. Okay. Now, before we created a simple invoice, now let's create some sort of an advanced invoice. So, finance has got interesting ways of providing discount. Okay, you can have add a global discount here. Let's say your client want a discount in the entire quotation, so you can choose the amount here, which is, let's say, 500, or you can choose a percentage here, which is going to be, let's say, 30%. Okay, let's leave a percentage here on the global discount. There are also, or there is also a feature for line item. Let's say after adding this discount, the client wants a discount on this item because maybe, let's say, he's going to buy two of these, and then now this amounts to 30,000, and they want a discount. Then you can maybe add a discount of let's say 1,000. Okay, so as you can see here, you can use a percentage or an amount. Also here you can use a percentage or amount. Okay, let me just type here discounted. My apologies about that. Quotation, discounted quotation, and then from there let's create this advanced quotation. Okay, I think we are done with our quotation creation. Then let's go to the list and see what are the things we can do with a quotation. So first of all, let's start by viewing a quotation as a PDF. Okay, so let's take this one. Okay, and then let's view a PDF. Okay, let's wait for the PDF to show. Okay, and then what we want to do, as you can see here, is the PDF. Okay, so let's look at the PDF. This is your details. This is the client details, and this is some sort of the header, and this is a line item. Okay, as you can see, let's look at the description. It's a web design 5-page website. Also, it tells you here there is some sort of a discount, okay, which is 1,000 rand, and then quantity was 2, and 15,000 minus 1,000, and then if you multiply this by 2, and then it's going to be 30 but minus 1,000. I think this 1,000 is supposed to be here only. I need to make a note, okay, because this math might not be what we want. Let me just quickly confirm that. My apologies about that. I just want to make sure if this makes sense. Let's say we have 15,000 minus 1,000 and then times 2. As you can see, that makes 28,000. Okay, so this math might result to 28,000 because it's this 15,000 minus this and then times 2, of which that is not the case with us. This is a this is a line item discount. I just have to fix this bug and remove this, okay, and let it be here so that this can make sense. Okay, so I mean that this 1,000 is subtracting from 15 times 2, which is 30,000, minus 1,000, it makes 29,000. Okay, my apologies about that, but this is something that I'm going to fix. When you reach this, this will do this is going to be fixed. So the subtotal is 29,000, and then there is a global discount of 30%, which is 8,700. So based on this total minus 8,700, and then we've got 20,300, and this is in South African rands. Okay, as you can see, we've got your payment terms here. Full payment for jobs less than 1,500, and these are the details. Okay, and here is our notes. Okay, as you can see. All right, and that is it about for a quotation. So let's go back to our quotation list. In terms of sorry, let's go back there. The quotation, you can download it and print it as you wish. Okay, I think that is more like a simple feature. Okay, you can just download it as you wish. And then let's go back to quotation list. And then in the quotation list, let's look at things that we can do here. Okay, and then the things that we can do here, first of all, let's try this one. You can share a link to a quotation. Okay, let's look at John's quotation. You can share a link. As you can see, you can secure a link with a password if you want, or you can just send some sort of a plain link like this one. So for us, we are not going to secure anything with a password. We're just going to copy this, and that is it. So let's go to this tab, and then let's just paste the link, as you can see, and then let's hit enter. So this is what the client will get. And then from then, suppose there is no password here, as you can see. Okay. So the client can come here and view the, is it? Yes, this is John's, what can I say? Quotation. Okay. It's not the one which is has got a huge amount. So it's cool. And then from there, what the client can do, they can accept the quotation or download the quotation. Okay, so if they download the quotation and they click here, so here is the PDF version. And then here they can accept the quotation, and the quotation will be converted to an invoice. And the system will let the customer know that he has converted a quotation to an invoice. Let's click here. Okay, that means we are converting this quotation to an invoice. And then what we want to do, we want to, as you can see, okay, we want to check our emails, okay, for that email that tells us that we have converted a quotation to an invoice. Okay, so let's go back here for now. Okay, I will just show you the email as soon as it appears, and then let's just refresh the quotations. Okay, so the quotation has been converted to an invoice. As you can see, it's red now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, let me just quickly go here and then get to Gmail, and let's check. Maybe the email is already there. As you can see, here is the email from Finance SA, and then it's telling us about the invoice that we have converted. Okay, I think my internet is slow. Okay, let's see. Yes. Okay, dear John, we are pleased to inform you that your quote has been accepted and an invoice has been created with the following details. Okay, as you can see. Okay, so if John wants to view the bank details, he can click here to view the company bank details so that he can make the payment. Okay, as you can see here are the bank details. Okay, and what else? Let's go back here. There's no need for us to be here. Okay, so let's go back here. As you can see, this quotation has been converted to invoice. Okay, so we are done with sharing the quotation. You can share quotation via email. Okay, and then let's continue. If you want to convert this, you can just come here and convert this to an invoice. Okay, without a link. Okay, so this quotation as well will be converted to an invoice. So let's just quickly go back to the dashboard after converting these quotations to invoices. Okay, let's go back to home. Okay, this is our dashboard. Okay, as you can see, okay, this is total revenue. Okay, that means your invoices some sort of totaling up to 20,850. Okay, this is not some sort of a total revenue, this is a total potential revenue. Okay, I think I'm gonna change the wording here. Why it's a potential revenue? Because um you have not received any cash yet. Okay, so it starts to be actual revenue when you received cash. So this is some sort of a potential revenue. So you need to see that these are the invoices that you have. If you can convert all of them, or if all of them can be paid, then you can have 20,850. Okay, and let's look at this. We don't have any pending quotation. Conversion rate 100%. All the quotations are converted. Total quotation, here is a total amount of quotations. So as you can see here, our total outstanding, this requires your attention. As you can see, this is the amount of money that you have invoiced but you have not received. Okay, partially paid invoices, none, two unpaid invoices. Okay, how many clients do we have? We've got two. How many total of invoices? We've got two. And here is some sort of an average invoice, some sort of an average for all those invoices, and average for quotation. Okay, business insight, revenue growth, don't mind much about those. Okay, do we have any unconverted code? No. Let's just create an unconverted code. Okay, so that you can see what that is or why it's there. So here you can some sort of if the code has not been converted. Okay, if a code has not been converted, let's say not converted. Okay, and then you create it, it will always show up on your dashboard. Why the code shows up in your dashboard? This system helps you to convert quotation into invoices so that your business can make money. So let's see, are we recording? Okay, yes. So let's go back to home and check. Okay, how many codes that are not converted, so that you can see that on your dashboard. As you can see, this code has not been converted. If you want, you can convert it here. Okay, let's go back to quotations. We were still busy with quotation. All right, and then what else can you do in quotation besides just viewing an invoice? There's an interesting feature here, which is chats. Okay, so chats is only available on a pro version or enterprise version. So you can you chats is more like a collaboration mechanism. Okay, if you've got more than one users, which is you've got a team that is using finance, then you can discuss about the quotation. Let's say this quotation needs to be changed. Okay, please change it. Apologies about this. Change it to 30,000. Okay, the quantity must be 2. Okay, as you can see, this needs to be adjusted, and then you will click on the chat. Okay, so meaning that the other guy will see this chat, and then if he has replied, and then you'll also see this chat. So this will always be here, okay, for accountability. Okay, if I see something as an admin or a business owner, I might get into that code and I might say something, okay, so that tomorrow I can say that this is what I said and you didn't attend this, or it's there on the system. And then let's go back. Okay, what else we can do? We can view chat PDF in case we want to see what have we said about this code and who said what. Then we can view that as a PDF. Let me just click on view that. Viewing the chat as a PDF. Okay. Okay, as you can see, this is the quotation ID, quotation for George. Okay, generated at today's date. This is what I said. Okay, if there is some sort of another guy in my company, in my team, then there will be his message here. All right, let's continue. What else can we do with the quotation? We can edit a quotation exactly as this. Okay, this symbolizes that there is a message in the chat. Okay, so what we can do, we can edit, okay, accordingly, and then we will change the quantity to 2, so that this could be 30,000. Change the quantity to 2, and then let's update. Let's just click here, updated. Okay, And then we update that invoice, that quotation to 30,000. Then we can go to a list of quotations. Okay, and then here in the list of quotations, we want to check what else can we do. As you can see, this has changed. And then we can email a quotation. Email it to who? Let's just check. Leave it empty if no password. Okay, let's go back here. Let's see, is it John or George, the customer that has, how could I see that? Okay, let me just view a PDF here. The customer that has my email address. Okay, let's see. I want to see which customer has my own email so that we can test the email. Okay, let's see. Yes, George has George at gmail.com. So I'm looking for John, not George. Okay, let's come here to John and let's email the quotation. Do I want a password? Let me make the password to be MTT and send the email. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna check this email on my phone if it's going to come through. Looks like my phone is not connected. Let's see. Okay, my apologies about that. Okay, let's go back here and try to check. As you can see, here is a quotation. Okay, dear John, we are pleased to share with you a quotation from Philantro. Okay, as you can see, here is the password, and then let's view or download quotation. And then at this point in time, this is secured. So let's put MTT and then view quotation. Okay, as you can see, here is the quotation. Okay, you can download it. And then what else do we want on quotation? Let's see. You can reject a quotation. Okay. This means that for some reason the client is not going to continue with their quotation. You can reject it. The system will ask you for a reason. Why the system is asking you for a reason? It's because of the business must grow. The owner needs to know why the quotations are sort of rejected so that he can adjust and what can I say, do things differently. So let me just come type here code too high. Okay, so the client felt like the quotation is too high, and then we are some sort of rejecting this code. Let's wait for this to finish. Okay, as you can see, this code has been rejected. Okay, as you can see now, it doesn't show up here because it's rejected. You can click here to show rejected code only. Let's see. Okay, this is supposed to work 100%. Okay, this will work. I will quickly fix that back. Okay, so let's continue. What else do we want to do now? Our quotations are converted to invoices. We've emailed it. We've showed the charts, and then I think we need to go to the invoice list. Okay, and then here on the invoice list, let's see what we can do. Okay, first of all, we can share. Okay, I have shown you how to share document. We can view it as a PDF chart, view chart PDF. We can email it. The other thing that we can do here, we can some sort of settle, which is make a payment. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Must we start with the payment or not? Okay. Let me show you something. Let's not start with the payment. Let's say we've created a quotation and for some reason it was wrong and the client must be some sort of refunded, let's say. Okay. Maybe the client was overcharged or there was some sort of a mistake in the quotation in the invoice. Okay, so we can come here. We don't necessarily delete an invoice or edit it. What you can do, you can void the invoice. Okay, Okay, so let's see what we can do here. The amount is 550. We don't want that. Let's say it happened that there is an extra 50 rand which the client was charged, and the reason for voiding, let's say, code mistake. There was a mistake in the quotation, and then we void it. Okay, so what will happen when you void an invoice? The invoice will show a less amount of total. Let's click here. So now the total amount of the invoice will be the actual initial amount minus the void amount. Okay, am I in chats? It looks like I don't want to be in chats. I want to, okay, I want to be in a PDF. Okay, let's view a PDF. Okay, that is it. Then let's go back here. Okay, subtotal 550, credit notes, it's 50 rand. The invoice has a credit notes applied, as you can see, minus 550 minus 50 rand, and then the total of this invoice now is 500. Okay, then let's go back. So what else do we want now? Okay, we want to receive money. Let's settle the invoice. Okay, so we need to settle the invoice. That means we need to accept payment. Okay, there are two ways to accept the payment. It can be some sort of a full payment, because now the remaining balance is 500. Okay, of which I'm going to do partial payments, which is, let's make it 250. Okay, payment method, let's say it's gonna be cash. And then the payment notes, let's say accepted by Matthew. Okay, I'm the one who's accepting the money, and let's record the payment. So it is important to note that the credit note that we've generated or created before, it has affected the sum total of the invoice. So meaning that instead of deducting it from the cash at hand, we deducted it from amount payable, the amount that the customer will pay. So instead of giving a customer money back, we've decided to decrease the invoice that the customer is going to pay. So the customer will save 50 rand and pay whatever remaining amount. Okay, so as you can see, this is indicating to us that this is partially paid. Okay, and what else can we do now? Let's just go back to the dashboard to see how is our dashboard looking like. Okay. Okay, we want to see how is our dashboard looking like. If you still enjoy this content, please don't forget there is a link in this video that will some sort of give you some sort of a 2 months trial. Okay, so that you can access all these features. Okay, and then let's go back here. Okay, here's our stats. As you can see, the partial paid invoice only one, and the unpaid one, it's only one awaiting for payment. Clients is two, total invoices is two, and this is average invoice, and that is it for here. Okay, and then let's go back to invoice list. Okay, so here on invoice list, let's see what else can we do with an invoice. Okay, if it's partially paid, um we can reject an invoice. I will show you that one now. We can settle an invoice. Okay, an invoice can have the expense. Okay, how is that possible? Let me show you here. Let's say the amount is 20,300. Sorry for that. So you can come here and add the expense specifically for the invoice. Let's say there is some sort of a transportation involved here. Let's say the transportation is going to be 10,000. Okay, the category, let's say it's transport of fuel if we want. Okay. Let's see, add expense. Okay. So as you can see, we've got an expense here, which is transport for 10,000. So as you are working on this invoice, before you send it to the client, you can see that on that 20,300, there is 10,000 for transport. Okay. So now the profit it's 10,300. Okay. So the expense related or the expenses related to this invoice is it sums up to 10,000, and this is the profit. So in case we want to make adjustment, maybe we feel like this profit is too small, you never know, then we can adjust the total expense. Okay. This helps us to know or to track each invoice in terms of value. Okay, are we gonna make money from this invoice, or we are going to have a negative number here, which is we have to end up paying someone. So this doesn't make it to your financial records. Okay, it just shows up here for you to make a decision. Okay, and then this is share. You can share via WhatsApp as well. All right, and then let's look at the invoice. The invoice action. Did we email an invoice? I'm not sure, but you can email an invoice, we can settle, we can add an expense, we can convert an invoice to a job card. Okay. Before we convert an invoice to a job card, let's first reject. Let's see. Let's not reject the paid one. Let's just reject this unpaid one. Okay. Why it has been rejected? Client cancelled. Okay, we are rejecting this invoice. Okay, and then let's go and check what can we check on invoice. Okay, not track. As you can see, this invoice is not here now. So let's check on financials, the income statement. Let's see what it will show for this period. Okay, so total revenue, it shows 250. Net revenue 250, and total expenses, we don't have expenses for now. Okay, net income 250. Okay, so as you can see, this is our income statement. As you can see, the credit note doesn't appear here because it was deducted on the amount that the client is going to pay. So it was deducted, but not from the cash. And then let's go back to invoices, invoice list. Then what we want to do, we want to convert an invoice to a job card. Then let's just check here, show invoice with credit notes. It's not there. So rejected invoices. Let's see. Okay, as you can see, this is the rejected invoice. And then let's look at another feature. Okay. Okay, so this one, it's some sort of an invoice with credit notes. Okay, I don't think we have. And then what do we want to do now? We need to create this to a job card. Okay, let's take this and convert this to a job card. A job card is some sort of a way to measure production. Okay, who is gonna do the job, like how long are they gonna take, and also as a company, how long are we going to take? So let's say what item is this? Okay, I don't see. Let's just name the job cut like randomly. For now, I'm just gonna type banner. Let's say this is not banner. Okay, I don't have much about this job cut. Let's just write a description. Let's say this is a small banner. Let's say, and then here you can create stages of your production or the production of the banner. Okay, let's say the first stage it's designing. Okay, must be designed, and then it's gonna take tomorrow. Okay, and then this is stage one. Let's say we've got another stage which is printing. Okay, so there's one thing that I forgot here on designing. We can set the time. The designing will take like from 29 next week Tuesday. Okay, and then here the printing will take next week to Thursday. Okay, and then from there, once we are done with the job cut, we can just create it. Okay, let's just wait for the job cut to be created. So as you can see, there is a flow from quotation, invoice, and job cut. Okay, let's just wait to see what a job cut is. Okay, this is a job cut or a work ticket. Okay, so as you can see, so let's just click view details. So this is a breakdown of this job cut. So the value of this job cut is 5,500. The name it's banner, and this is the description. Okay, it's created, and then here is the code. This is the quote ID, okay, associated with this job card. This is the invoice ID associated with job card, and this is the job card and its own what can I say, um job ID. Okay, and then from then in terms of production, here is our stages, the one that we wanted. Okay, designing is gonna take this time, and printing is gonna take this time. Okay, obviously client information sent to. Okay, I'm sorry, assigned to. Okay, this there is no one assigned to this job. And then what we can do, let's look at assigned to. This is general. Suppose there is a way to assign somebody here. Let's click. This is a job card. What do we need to do in order to assign? Let's just view details or assign a user. Okay, let's see. This is what we want, assign a user. Then let's search for users in the system. Here is Matthew, and then we can assign a user here. Okay, so now this work ticket has a user, somebody who's responsible for it. And then let's check to the job ticket. What else can we do? Let's see, this is a production line. What is it? Okay, let's say now it's on printing. Okay, it's busy updating. That means we're done designing now. We're on printing. And then let's look at what do we want to view? We want to view details. Is that what we want to view? Yes. Okay, let's continue. As you can see now, it's on printing. Okay, this is some sort of the production line. You can even change the status of the actual job ticket. Okay, as you can see here, let's say for some reason this job has delayed. Okay, we can just click here, the job has delayed. um no ink, it is delayed because we don't have an ink. And then you can update the status of the job. Okay. Okay, so that means the job has been delayed. And then let's look at what else can we do with the job card. With the job card, we can print a PDF for this job card. Mm, Let's view a PDF and let's see what can we get from a PDF. Okay. Um, as the work progresses or the production progresses, we can use this paper when it's printed. Let me just download it. I don't want to download it like this. Let's download it like this. And then let's click it. As you can see, okay, these are all the details of the job card, the quotation, the invoice, the job card, and the created date, okay, November 28, 2025. This is a banner, okay, job value for 550, and then status is delay, okay, um, and then the client information, then assigned to, and then production line. So here in production line, this assigns some sort of the person who's going to be responsible for the designing process, which is the executor is going to be the name, um, the signature. Remember, this will be printed. So as soon as the designing part is done, this guy will put a signature here and put a completion date and a completion time, so that we know that by this time this job went to printing. Okay. With printing, there is a date, there's an executor as well. You can put a executor and then a signature, completion date, and a completion time. Okay, and that is almost that is it for the job card. Okay, and then what else can we check on the job card? Okay, I think we've got chats as well in the job card. Okay, we can chat about the job card. We can have chats on the job card. Chats are essentially the same in all modules. Okay, let's say we're asking somebody to change the status. Okay, let's click. As you can see, the chat has been sent. And then what do I want now? I want to go back to job cards. Okay, so now we are back to job card. I think we can check the job history. Let's see. Let's check the job history. What is in the job history? The job history, the job card was created by Matthew, created from the invoice ID, user assigned. This user was assigned. Um, okay, this stage has been started, which is the printing stage, started by this guy, and the status change. Um, reason there was no ink. So this job was delayed, and the reason why it was delayed is because there was no ink. Okay. And then I think we're almost done with the business card. Okay. And then what else from here? What we can do, let's go back to invoices and click track. Okay, this basically, let's see. This basically tracks unpaid or yeah, partially paid invoices. Okay. In the business, if you don't keep track of invoices and collect money from people who owe you, you might end up getting out of business because the cash is not flowing in. So let's just send an email here, not from a template, a custom one. Okay, and then this is just a reminder. Is this John? Let's look for, I think this is John. Okay, let's send a follow-up. Please don't forget to settle the payment. Okay, don't forget to settle the payment, and that is it. Okay, then this user is supposed to receive the email telling them about not forgetting the payment. Okay, let's quickly check if it's there. Okay, let's just refresh. Okay, let's go back here. And then from there, I think the sales, okay. We are not done with sales. Let's just click at the sales report. Okay, let's see, isn't there a reminder here from finance? Suppose there is a reminder here from finance. Okay, let's look at sales report. As you can see, we have received 250. Okay, total invoice one. And then this is the conversion rate, monthly sales, sales by status. Okay, as you can see, top 5 clients net. Okay, top 5 hot items, the sale by user. Um, let's see where your sales by user. Okay, this user Matthew has made a sale of 250. Top client it's John. Okay, the hot item it's a logo. Okay, and that is it. Let's check the financials. Okay, so on the financials we've made a total revenue of 250. Okay, this is the net revenue, and this is total expense. We don't have expenses, so it looks like we have made money. Okay, and then you can go to companies where you can manage your company. For now, let me just go here and just type for logo. Okay, I'm just looking for a logo. Let's say this is going to be my logo, company logo. So you can copy image address. Okay, and then if you want to delete the company, you can delete it from here. You will first submit a request to the admin and ask for them to delete the company for you. So let's go to company edit. And then what we want to do here, we want to go to the logo, as you can see, and then we can update it. Okay, now the logo has been updated. You can change a lot of things in the company details. Let's check user. You can invite other people as users. Okay, let's come here and create. So this is where you can invite somebody else. Okay, so who can we invite? As you can see, the logo has changed here, and also in our quotations. Or let's just look even at invoices. Even at invoices, then the invoice will have a logo, which is some sort of a company, a brand identity. Okay, let's see. Okay, just a moment. As you can see, here is the logo. Mhm. All right, and then let's continue. Let's continue. Here's the logo. Let's continue. What else do we want to do? We've come here to users. I will invite users in another video. Let's go to home and look at our dashboard. Okay, how it is, as you can see, it's telling us that we've got a total revenue of 550. And then let's look at the company profile. Okay, you can come here and view uh, the company profile. So you already have some sort of a company profile in case you want to share your details with someone else. Okay. Okay, here's your company. Okay, these are your industries. Then this is your name and this is your mobile number. Okay, this is your details. Somebody contact you. And here is a contact form. If somebody wants to contact you, they can click here. You'll receive an email. Okay, and if somebody want to request for a quotation, they can also do it here. And then if you want, you can download this and let's look at this profile. Okay, so you can share this with someone with all your bank details. Okay, I think this brings us to the end of this presentation. Okay, if you might want this, please check the link in the description below. There will be an invitation link with a trial code which will give you an option to use this for 2 months. This is completely responsive, so meaning that you can use it on your mobile phone as well. Okay, as you can see, you can use it on your mobile phone as well. Okay, so everything works on mobile. I am Matthew Singati. I am the developer from Finenks. Thank you so much for taking your time and viewing this. I will hear from you if you've used the system, how it is, and all those things. Thank you so much. See you on the next one.